Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Wingman Wisdom, where today I'm going to give you some advice, at least my thoughts and my perspective, if you've ever considered suing your RV dealer or a manufacturer. I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments to some of my ideas, so post them down below. I would also love to hear from you. You can leave me a 24-hour voicemail, and you can send me an email, and that contact information can be found if you click on the link down below. So recently I've played many phone calls, many voicemails from people that are they're just angry. They're frustrated. They feel that their new RV is not what they thought it was going to be. They feel that they have been taken advantage of by some shady dealers, some sleazy, shenanigans. And a lot of people all around the country are feeling that way. One of the things that naturally goes through everybody's mind is, we need to get a lawyer. We need to sue these people. Before you sue anybody, I'm going to give you my 2 cents and see what you think, because I suggest don't do it. Generally speaking, don't do it. First off, most RVs are not lemon RVs. Now, stuff may fall apart. It may be a poorly built RV, but technically, it's not a lemon RV. Secondly, most lawyers, generally speaking, most lawyers don't have a clue when it comes to RVs. They do wills, or they sue car dealers, or divorces, or whatever they do, but they don't have a clue how specialized RV law is. Each state has its own laws pertaining to RVs. There's nothing nationwide, no nationwide lemon law. And I've talked about that in previous videos. The franchise agreements that manufacturers have set up with their dealers are not the same as General Motors and Ford and Honda, and they set up with their dealers. So it's a whole different animal. If you want to go after an RV manufacturer, find an RV lawyer. Don't go and just hire somebody that write a letter. Speaking of writing letters, how many of you have thought, you know what, I'm going to go to my lawyer, give them a couple $100, and they're going to write a nasty letter to the dealer, and I'll have my case resolved? You ever thought that? I think most people have, honestly. Problem is, it don't work. It's not going to work. It's going to cost you money, and you're going to be frustrated when it doesn't work. Now, somebody's going to go, well, it worked for me. But for most people, most of the time, that doesn't work. It's a waste of money. Don't do it. In fact, don't ever threaten to go to a lawyer. Don't do that. The dealer is going to stop talking to you. The manufacturer, click. That's the end of the conversation, because you want to go down that road? We're going to go down that road. Lawyers get paid for their time, as they should. That said, I don't like dealing with lawyers if I don't have to. It's got to be something very, very specialized before I decide, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger and we're going down the legal road on that deal. And the reason is because things always seem to take longer. They're more expensive. They're more stressful than I ever thought going in. So, I'm not bashing lawyers. I'm really not. I've got friends who are lawyers, and some of them are really, really good lawyers. In fact, one of them in the link down below, he is an RV lemon lawyer. I'll tell you about him here in just a few minutes. But settlements, you need to know about settlements. The 3 ways that a lawsuit that I can see can be resolved. One is you win, one is you lose, and one is you quit. Let's talk about winning. When you win, it's going to take you a long time. Not a year, probably not 2 years, could take 3 years. It's going to take a long time. It's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost a lawyer a lot of time. If you get a settlement, they're going to get part of that settlement, right? And you may have been having to pay them all the way along. Suing an RV dealer or a manufacturer is stressful. It is stressful on relationships. If your relationship is not rock solid with your partner, it can put a really bad strain on it. If you've got health conditions, and I've heard from people that have had, high blood pressure and end up getting a stroke or having a heart attack from the whole stressful situation of suing somebody. So that's if you win. The other thing is, if you win, two things happen. One, you're probably not going to get the settlement that you think you deserve. That's just the truth. Huge settlements don't happen very often. Well, I heard I won $2 million. Well, that's like somebody winning the lottery. Most lawsuits, if you win, you're not going to get made whole. and you've invested all that time, and you've been without your RV, plus the manufacturer dealer is going to make you sign, more than likely, an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. No bad mouthing. Better not say anything. You can't talk about the terms of your settlement. You can't talk about nothing. So that's if you win. If you lose, you're out the money. That lawyer didn't work for nothing. You're out the money. And all the stress that you've got. And now you're carrying that. You're probably going, oh my God, what did we do this for? We ended up losing. It's really bad. But what most people do, they do the third thing. Most people quit. They just quit. They're thinking, well, my case is special and it should never, no way it's going to take 6 months. Well, guess what? 6 months turns into 12, turns into 18, and you're writing checks and you're hearing every excuse in the book, and you got to go back and meet with the lawyer and all the different things that happen. And at some point, most people just throw in the towel. Because the manufacturers know the longer they can drag things out, the more painful they can make this process for you. Only the strong will stay in the game. Only the strong. The weak ones will not survive. But who wins in that deal? Who wins every single time? The lawyers win every time. And we lose. I think we as a plaintiff unless we have a really legitimate lemon case, we're the ones that lose. We lose our patience, we lose our money, we lose the ability to RV and the time that our RV is out of commission. All our expenses continue, our payments and our insurance and our storage fees, and we got to maintain the dang thing. That's not good. I suggest that RVs are a great investment. Huh? Not a financial investment. They're a terrible financial investment. But RVs are a great investment, or they can be a great investment for people who want to get away. Experience our great country. See all the beautiful sights. Families to bond. It can bring generations together. As a former campground owner, I saw it every weekend. People would come from all over the place to be with their family and do things that were simple. Remember those simple things, how important they were? The last thing you want to do is go get in some kind of a lawsuit with somebody. So hopefully some of this information was helpful. I will tell you, mentioned earlier, my friend Ron Burdge Law Office, RV Lemon Law. I'm not sure what his website is. You can find it in the link below. But Ron, as I say, his plate runneth over. He is an RV lemon lawyer specialist, and all he does is RV lemon law. So he may not take your case. He may not. But before you spend a nickel with any lawyer to write a dirty letter, write a nasty letter, don't do that. The first thing you need to do is Ron has a part on his website, and he will give you a free evaluation, a free claim evaluation. Just go to his website, again, the link is below, and fill out your information, because you don't want to pursue something that's going to be a loser, I don't think. There's so many variables. Where do you live? What state do you live in? What state did you buy the RV in? What does the warranty say if you have to go to mediation or you have to file a lawsuit? Can you file it in your home state, or do you have to file it up in Indiana? How did you take title to the RV? Did you take it individually? Did you take it as an LLC? There's so many different factors. So don't go paying a lawyer. Save the money, save the frustration, because inevitably you're going to become frustrated. I hope that you will take some of this advice. You'll go to Ron's site, do the claim evaluation form. As I said, you may not like what he has to say. You may like it, but it gives you a starting point, a reference. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your voicemails and your emails. I can't tell you how grateful I am when I read them. Drop a comment down below if you would. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you again soon.